What's going on, people of YouTube? It's your boy Side about the Universal Gamer. I'm here to talk about how Microsoft is effing up. They are really screwing their customers over. The people that have been carrying them all these years, as far as gaming wise, as far as the Xbox 360 wise, Microsoft is really screwing up. They've been backstabbing, bullying their customers. I can't believe how many messages I get weekly on my video called Xbox Live account suspended that I made about 2 years ago, talking about how they did this little slick thing inside the terms and conditions, keeping your credit card information when you buy an Xbox Live or certain things off the dashboard with a credit card, debit card, or bank card, and then once your account goes down to silver, they automatically renew you without you even knowing, without your permission, just because it says inside the terms and conditions. And there's other stuff that people are getting tired of from Microsoft. I'm seeing so many messages from Xbox 360 fanboys, fangirls, saying that they are done with the Xbox. They're getting a new PS4. Now, a lot of PS3 fanboys leave those type of messages trying to seem like they're 360 fans switching over to the PS3 and stuff like that. But when I look onto their YouTube channel, they got all kind of gameplay of Halo, Gears of War, all kind of 360 fan gameplay, 360 decoration and stuff in the background on their YouTube page, and these people are leaving serious comments about how they're heartbroken about the 360 and stuff, and the new 360, and how they trying to say you got to always be online. And then everybody know the guy that works for Microsoft, what he wrote on Twitter or Facebook, wherever the case may be, talking about why is everybody complaining? Get with the new age, you know. Everything is online these days. You know, a cell phone is always online. You're always online on your cell phone. Duh. It's called Verizon. It's called Sprint. It's called AT&T. It's called whatever you use. Boost Mobile, Cricket, whatever. A console isn't like that. A console doesn't have an online subscription to where I can hook up I can say, call Verizon. Okay, I want to have I want to turn on an online device for my console. Now, if they have it where you can use your Verizon or use your AT&T and have a built-in chip to where your service provider, as far as cell phone wise, can tap into your console and have it where it's running through 4G at all times, and whatever you bring your console is always under 4G or 5G. I heard somebody mention 5G is coming out, and that's extremely fast. 3G will not be fast enough to run a console online. All that bandwidth, no. But if they have it where a chip inside there, it's like a 4G or 5G chip, and you can carry it anywhere, and you can use your Verizon, which me personally, I wouldn't even want to add nothing else to my Verizon. My Verizon bill already comes up to what, 3 cell phones, a house phone. I think one more thing on my account comes up to like $245 roughly. So I'm not saying that they're doing that. I'm just saying that's the only way you'll be online, that people wouldn't mind being online all the time, because it's an automatic thing. It's through your cell phone bill, you know. And then you got to pay on Xbox Live on top of that, unless the Xbox Live that you pay for is part of your service provider. I don't know. You know, I'm just guessing right now, and I'm just wondering why this dude's saying it's not a big deal. It's a lot of people out there that travel. It's a lot of people out there that's on the train. They got the little portable screen where they can flip it up and they play their game on the train, on the airplane, on the bus, whatever. Or they inside their dorm room. They really don't got no internet, or they got slow connection, and it's just horrible, you know. SimCity was a prime example of that. That's just one example that a lot of people own, because they don't understand. If a lot of these games out here already have horrible servers because a lot of people are on them. So if you have it where a lot of people have to be on a server to play a single player game, think about it. You know, just think about it. What if I'm traveling somewhere, I go to a family member's house, they don't have internet. Well, they just started having internet like 4 months ago, but when I used to go over there in the summertime back 2 years ago, they didn't have internet. So how the hell will we been able to play System Link and stuff like that, and play, you know, together with these games and have fun offline? They don't understand how many people play offline, you know. So it doesn't make it, the dude talking crazy, talking about I don't see the big deal, and he went ahead and been a smart ass talking about my internet, my electricity can go out sometimes. So what that supposed to mean? I'm not going to buy a vacuum cleaner? That's pretty much what he was saying, and he kept on like saying stuff to, you know, similar to that, like, oh, my electricity may go out, so I don't buy a microwave, you know, just because you might not have internet sometimes, but you're not going to buy the new console. Get with the new ages. You're not a freaking PC. People always trying to compare, well, PC, a lot of PC gamers sit there and talk crap to console gamers too, and I'm a PC gamer as well, and they sit there and say dude, what are you shitty ass console gamers complaining about? You know, PC been doing it all these years. Exactly, PC, a high-end machine, a machine that's worth it for doing that stuff. When I want to get on a device where I just put in a disc, turn it on, and play, that's what I want to do on my console. You know, I don't want to be using my console as if it's a PC where I gotta install it, put the little freaking code inside there in order to play the game, and then freaking verify it and always be online, download the game onto my hard drive and run it off my hard drive instead of running off the disc. And it's not a PC. You know, it's a difference between a PC and a console for a reason. I said this about four or 5 months ago. Sony is gonna win the new console generation war because, you know, me personally, I'm not a fanboy, so it doesn't really matter to me. I love games. You know, I don't understand how you guys are fanboys out there. If you love games, why the hell would you be a fanboy? You know, I love games. Like I said before plenty of times, I don't care if the console was called Barbie Gaming Engine 5 and the console was pink and burgundy and purple, and controllers was hot pink. If it has some kick-ass games, I will own that console. If it has some real good intuitive games, something different and something real unique, I will play those games and I will own those games. I wouldn't care what company. You guys are fanboys of companies. I don't give a damn about the company. If the company treats me good, then I do, you know, but I'm really in it for the games. You know, why be a fanboy when you love games? You know, you're missing out on so much stuff you could be playing just by being a fanboy. And a lot of 360 fanboys are realizing that. People are Microsoft is going to have to do something more than just Halo. Halo is played out now. Not literally, but the more and more Halo games they put out, it's not selling, well, it's selling close to the older Halo games as far as sales. It's close to, you know, the older Halo game sales, but like, that's the only thing that's holding it up. You know, there's a lot of kids that like Halo, you know, and will never let Halo go. And that's the only reason why they keep their 360. I have people telling me, join my party and tell me, dude, well, I want to play other consoles, but the thing that Microsoft got me hooked on is because a lot of my friends have 360, a lot of my friends have Halo, and my gamer score. That's the only thing that's keeping me tied in. Gears of War is already completely played out. Gears of War Judgment itself for crap compared to the older games. Gears of War is completely played out. There's no point in making no more Gears of War games because it's played out. I was like, we've been there, done that. There's nothing else you can do with it and stuff like that. It's just, I'm not saying it's played out because I got every Gears of War game except for Judgment. I'm not saying it's played out because it's boring or whatever. I love Gears of War. Gears of War and Halo, realistically, and my friends list and my gamer score is the main reasons why I still got a 360. As far as gaming, Sony got all the games. As far as gaming, they got all the AAA in your face for this console only games. You know, it's crazy. In order for Microsoft to keep their fans and keep everybody happy, when they announce their console, the console got to be kick-ass. Microsoft is already good at software. They're good at user interfaces. That's Sony's weak spot. They're not good at user interfaces. They're good at hardware. That's why their controllers and consoles don't never die. I got a PS3 controller that I had ever since like 5 years ago. Not that long ago. I'm about to say about 3.5 to 4 years ago. That still isn't nowhere near worn out as far as the analog sticks, as far as the stick getting stuck to the side. And I've been using the hell out of that controller. And that controller is still inside mint condition. I done went through 15 Xbox 360 controllers, Xbox 360s, Microsoft branded controllers. And the one I'm using right now, which I only had for about 2.5 years, I had to change the analog sticks 4 times. Because the rubber they use, it just wears out too easily. The controller, my stick is stuck to the side. So when I'm moving my character around or whatever, like sometimes when I move to the right, the stick stays to the side and makes me like stay moving to the right. And that happened with 3 of my controllers that I had so far. I got a white controller which I had ever since my white 360, which was like 4 or 5 years ago. That controller is complete crap. It don't charge up no more. It's just completely horrible. That thing is on its complete last leg. You know, never experienced that with the disc tray with the 360. Complete utter crap. But it's the same thing with Sony. Their user interface is utter crap. Like it's complete crap. They don't utilize your friends list like Microsoft does. That's why Microsoft is such. People leech on to. As soon as you turn on the 360, it feels like you're connected into something. But like I said, what Microsoft need to do is keep their real good user interface, keep the gamer score, wherever gamer score you got from the 360, keep that going. 'Cause that's the only reason why at least 35% of people are still staying with the 360 or get games for the 360 even though they got a PS3, because they want to stack onto their gamer score. And that gamer score, those gamer scores, even though Sony got trophies, but the gamer score still feels good because it's like right there in your face. Oh, you just, you know, doo-doo, it pops right up, and then like you see those numbers stacking up. Like, people are really associated with numbers, like I said before. So they need to keep that. They need to come out with something more than just Halo and Gears of War. You know, a new IP or something that's just gonna blow you away. You know, Sony got so much of a backlog as far as games that they can bring up. Like I said, Onimusha, they can bring that up for the PS4. Onimusha 4, that'll sell right there. They got so much. Sony got so many games that's classic that was on a PS2. That's like amazing if they put on a PS4. If you look back on the original Xbox, what do they got? Nothing. Fable and Halo, Perfect Dark Zero, other little games, Fusa, but that's like kind of it. There's like really nothing. So Sony announced that they're gonna have a little thing where you can capture the last like 2 minutes of your gameplay. Microsoft would need to have a complete capture device built into the 360 console that at least does 720p at 60 frames per second, which I think that's what they're gonna do. They didn't announce anything like that. That's just my own personal thoughts, and I said this before inside a different video. They're gonna have a built-in capture device. It's an all-out capture device that has, and the console needs to have a terabyte hard drive. A terabyte SSD would be amazing, but a terabyte hard drive and like 100 gigabyte or 50 gigabyte SSD for cache or whatever for just booting up the games and making it run fast and load times being real quick or whatever. If they got a terabyte hard drive with a built-in capture device where you can capture directly onto your hard drive on your 360, go into your 360 that has this little software that's automatically built into the 360, has this little app where you can go into edit, and you have the controller already have this built-in keyboard and mouse you can use on your Xbox 720 where you can edit your clips directly on your Xbox or whatever, and upload it right to YouTube from your Xbox. That will be amazing. That will be the reason to own an Xbox 720. Games, like I said, go Google the original Xbox plans and the Xbox 360 plans. Bill Gates did not want the Xbox to be a freaking game console. He wanted it to be an entertainment hub for the living room that plays movies, plays DVDs, like pretty much a DVR with all kind of apps on it, like an iPad that has a whole bunch of apps and stuff like that, that's able to play games. Not a game console that's able to have apps like MTV and all that kind of stuff and YouTube. It was supposed to be the other way around. A device that has all these apps that has the ability to play games, not a game console. So if you want a game console for your next gen gaming, I will say roll with Sony. If you want something for the living room where you can do all kind of stuff and watch movies and TV shows and sports and stuff like that, and have a little hit of gaming, I say get a 360 720 or whatever. But it all depends on your personal preference as well. And it's just sad how Microsoft got more fans, because it's more younger audience that gravitate towards the Xbox. I just find it so crazy how Microsoft is just crapping on everybody, and they got these people that work for them talking crap, and I can't believe they didn't fire that dude, because he hadn't been working there for that long. And you run off at the mouth like you know, like you running something, dude. Like, everybody making videos about this. It's funny. Like, close your mouth and shut up. You know, we're the ones that's keeping you guys with a job. We're the ones that's paying out money. We are your employer. You don't make money until we buy stuff. So I advise you to shut the hell up and stop running your mouth. Like you the one that been buying all these hundreds of millions of 360s. I done bought 4 360s throughout my lifetime of having the 360. Just because I love the company. I love the stuff that they did. Over the years, I've grown to hate the damn company, because they're so arrogant. They're so cocky in certain kind of ways, and it doesn't feel like you have a home when your friends is what makes you feel home when you turn on your 360. Not Microsoft themselves, because they're always trying to find some kind of crack to get some money and brainwash these kids out here saying, well, the reason why you pay to play online on our console because our online service is better than any other online gaming service. So you telling me the superior console, which is a PC, you telling me your online service is better than that? There's not one game except for MMOs that you pay for on PC, and you get up to 64 players with no lag whatsoever. And you brainwash these kids by saying, yeah, the reason why you pay to play online is because we got the better internet service. And you guys are so brainwashed, it's ridiculous. Even Sony has a lot of games where it's 42 players online with no lag, no bugs, no people in the game trying to lag switch and stuff like that. It's whatever, dude. I can't stand people like that. But it's been your boy Noob Saibot, Universal Gamer, keeping it real. I'm out. Peace.